A very warm welcome to the USAID Bulletin. I am Sadaf Ali Khan. The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, works with the Government of Pakistan and development partners to improve and expand the power system, hydroelectric power plants and power transmission system. In today's USAID Bulletin, we will highlight the cooperation between USAID and the Government of Pakistan in the energy sector, specifically with reference to hydropower and improving the power transmission system. USAID assistance in the energy sector has its roots to the 1960s, when the US government supported the construction of Pakistan's largest dams, including Tarbela and Mangla dams. Starting in 1961, Mangla Dam was Pakistan's first dam, which was completed in 1967 with the support of the US government. USAID's support in the 1980s brought several improvements and state-of-the-art technologies in Pakistan's transmission and the distribution sectors. Since 2010, USAID has partnered with the Government of Pakistan to help respond to the energy crisis that crippled Pakistan's economy and devastated the lives of many Pakistanis. To overcome the power shortfall, USAID supports 1,121 megawatts of hydroelectric and thermal generation capacity in 3 provinces of Pakistan. This work includes the construction of the Golan Gol and Gomalzam hydropower projects and the renovation of Tarbela Dam in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. These hydropower projects provide flood control and needed water storage for irrigation and household use. In addition, USAID worked with the Government of Pakistan to increase electric transmission capacity by 2,293 megawatt by repairing and replacing aging equipment at substations as well as installing new transmission lines. USAID also worked with Pakistan's power distribution companies to improve management systems, upgrade equipment, and perform maintenance on the power distribution network. These improvements recovered 212 megawatts of distribution capacity and helped distribution companies recover over $429 million in revenue. Currently, the USAID and WAPDA are working on the rehabilitation and construction of Mangla Dam, Tarbela Dam and Ketuwe hydroelectric projects that will add 340 megawatts of power generation capacity by 2024. Recently, on December 5th, US Ambassador Donald Bloom, along with USAID's Mission Director Reed Ashleman, joined Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif at Mangla Hydropower Station to celebrate completion of the $150 million funded project to refurbish and improve the station's power generation capacity. On behalf of the Government of Pakistan, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif hailed the bilateral cooperation in the refurbishment project of Units 5 and 6 of the Mangla Dam hydroelectric power plant. The project adds 300 megawatts of additional power to the station's capacity, enough to provide power to 100,000 households and 2 million Pakistanis. It's time for our weekly report. Let's take a look at what's happening in terms of events during the last week or so.
वफाकी दारुल-हुकूमत इस्लामाबाद के NARC में फ्लड एमरजेंसी रिस्पांस प्रोग्राम की तकमील और सैलाब से मुतासरा इलाकों में लोगों को रोज़गार और खुराक की फराहमी को यकीनी बनाने के हवाले से तकरीब का इनेकाद किया गया। इस तकरीब में अमरीकी सफ़ीर डोनाल्ड ब्लूम ने शिरकत की। इसके अलावा इस तकरीब में अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा की नुमाइंदा पाकिस्तान में मौजूद फ्लोरर ने भी शिरकत की। आइए इस तकरीब की झलकियाँ देखते हैं।
As we look at the devastation caused by these floods, at the loss of livelihoods, at the ready-to-be-harvest kharif crops which was destroyed, at the damages to the irrigation systems and the water resources, at the farmers trapped into debt and struggling to survive.
हमारे बलूचिस्तान के काफ़ी इलाके बिल्कुल ऐसे हो गए जैसे प्लेन जैसे, यहाँ पर कुछ कोई मकान ही नहीं थे। मैं तमाम जो यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं उन लोगों को यही पैगाम देना चाहती हूँ कि हमारे बलूचिस्तान के प्लीज़ हेल्प करें।
इन्हों का तामुन है, हमको दिया है, हमने 1 एकड़ 2 एकड़ काश किया है, फिर इन लोगों ने टाइम पर खाद भी दे दी। अब हमारी फसलें भी अच्छी है, साल की रोज़ी बन जाएगी बच्चों की।
Thank you for having me here today as we mark the completion of a U.S. effort to provide emergency support for families affected by the flood. This has been an extraordinarily difficult year for our friends in Pakistan. The immense loss of lives and livelihoods and homes has been shocking, and many people are still in crisis. And we believe the floods have rendered 15 million Pakistanis food insecure.
सैलाब से मुतासरा इलाकों से आए हुए लोगों ने अमेरिका की इमदाद पर अमेरिकी हुकूमत का शुक्रिया अदा किया।
Thank you so much. With this, we come to the end of our weekly bulletin. See you all next week.